Okay.
Okay. Hi guys. I am Kimmie Edge, and I am been a part of the team board for a really long time, and well, part of the project for a long time. And I am hosting, I guess you can say, today's meeting with Daniel and Aidan. So if you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Aidan. I've also been on the team board. I played Jed Travis in the first professional performance of It's Easy. And I'm just really thrilled to have some guests here today.
Yeah. I'm Daniel. I'm also helping with the organizing this. I was in the professional production of It's Easy also. I played Jason, and I run a anti-bullying club at my school. So happy to be here.
I am not a theater person. I'm not, but I have suffered through bullying myself and have a lot of empathy and ability to really connect with other people and on this topic. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now. Okay, here we go.
While you're doing that, Kimmie, I'm just going to go over the rules. Just a reminder for everybody how we typically go through this sort of thing. So first off, everybody's going to remain muted until called on. You can virtually raise your hand or type in the chat. I will be reading the chat at all times so that I can be on top of who had an idea when, and I will call on you to unmute and share your idea and or expand upon something that that may need expanding on based off of how much you type in the chat. Sometimes I will redirect the focus to the next topic just to make sure that we get through everything. But if we're having a great conversation, we'll just keep things rolling.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, Aidan. Alrighty. So can everyone see the agenda on the screen good?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so welcome guests, welcome Brad and EllaGrace. We're very happy to have you guys here. And so it's just astonishing to see how much everyone has so much empathy. So to open up our meeting today here, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me make it, can you guys still see it?
Yeah, it's better. I like
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make it better. Okay, so to open up our meeting today, I wanted to start out with a mental health moment for us all. With everything going on in our lives nowadays, I just, what do you do to relieve stress? And so I thought I'll go first. I like to go to the gym and play with my dogs. They are my emotional support, and I go to the gym all the time. So that's what I do. So
you stole mine. I almost was late to this call because I was coming from the gym. I used to be like the most like, I guess you don't really have to be athletic to go to the gym, but like, I don't know, I used to like kind of stay away from that stuff, but now I'm just like I don't know, a gym rat. No, just kidding.
me too. I'm the same way.
Yeah, I typically get outdoors. I love the outdoors and being in nature. So I am very lucky to have access to lots of really great trails nearby. So I like to get outside. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
I'll go next.
All right.
Oh,
Really,
go next.
We'll go with Brielle first because
Okay.
I think Brielle went first. Yeah.
To relieve stress, I like to listen to music. I'm a huge listening to music person, but this is really bad, but I also love to sleep. So I'll sleep when I'm stressed, which is probably not the best idea, but yeah.
Nice. Who's the other person that spoke? I think it was Brad, right?
Yeah. Some things I like to do is I like to go on just walks, and then also I like journaling, so writing down and reflecting on my day of things that went wrong and things that can go better, and planning for what I need to do just to relieve stress in my life.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I went on a walk at my friend's house last night at 1:30 in the morning, and it was so stress relieving. But
Yeah, great.
I don't know.
Great. So I guess I'll just go in the order here that shows up on my screen. Ella, would you have anything, Ella Grace, to say?
Usually when I'm stressed, I draw, so that way I can kind of redirect my focus to whatever is causing me stress. It's on whatever I'm doing, just making sure it's precise and how I want it. And then if that doesn't work, I actually clean for some reason. So
That's good. I wish I
Yeah,
had that energy.
great. All right. So, Erin.
I do what causes me to be happy, which is sing. I just go and practice whenever I'm stressed, and it makes me like 10 times better. I also love doing yoga. It totally helps me just calm down, get my thoughts in order, and yeah, those are two of my huge things that I like to do when I'm stressed.
Very nice. Yeah, I know a lot of people who are really into yoga too, so I can see how that helps you like get centered within yourself. All right, Ethan.
I'm a bit of like a planning fiend, and I will plan out everything and then drive myself crazy with it. So what I do is I'll either delete my calendar or I will delete all the events that I put on my calendar. So I'll do it later when I'm in a better headspace. And it's a little bit of a not I don't I don't know. It's pretty intense, but it works.
Great, I get it. Sort of setting aside something till later when you're more prepared emotionally to face it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, you went. I believe Brad, you went. All right, so that leaves us with Sam. I don't think we can hear you, Sam.
No.
Make sure the audio is connected to your headphones, maybe. Not yet.
Oh. I heard you.
Is it
earlier.
working
Yes.
now?
There we go.
There we go. Sorry, technology. I usually listen to music and talk to my friends.
Nice.
Yay.
All right.
All right. I loved everyone's ideas and stuff. I love yoga as well. I used to do a boxing yoga class. Like it was like 30 minutes boxing, 30 minutes yoga. So that was a great way to do both. I love music, all that. And I really hope that like with a lot of the ideas that maybe people did, if you don't really know what to do to relieve stress, can bounce off each other's ideas and hopefully let's get that started, and I hope everyone's doing well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to follow up on from our last meeting. We had some really great ideas. If you guys remember, we talked about rolling out Be a Friend project clubs, merch, and along with the merch, we talked about like a level up program. I don't know if everyone remembers, but we talked about that last meeting. Okay, so this looks like a lot. I am really sorry, but I'm gonna break it down for you guys and hopefully have it good. I don't know why it looks like this. Okay, that's fine. So for the level up with like the pins and everything we talked about, we are officially calling it Friend Up, which I love the name. Jen came up with it. Absolutely amazing. So this is all a still work in progress, and we are open to all ideas. And it will be finalized in the fall, and that's when we will actually be launching it. And so we're very excited about that. So the first thing, the Friend of Kindness initiative is kind of like an award based system. So it will be celebrating, reinforcing the registered kindness players for their mission-driven work to elevate kindness in their communities, prevent bullying, and bring support to its victims. So the Friend Up does not replace the class like participation in the Friend Mail programs led by educators. So if you write letters and have them through your school or whatever, and your teachers maybe organize it, then this doesn't replace it at all. It's not going to replace like, your super ambassador and everything. This is just like an additional. So it's basically an enhancement for individual students. The kindness players register as individuals, even if it's from within a class, club, and it starts at any grade through kindergarten through high school senior, and you basically register individually. And it's basically just a way for you yourself to feel, like you're doing more and, you get rewarded for it. So the incentives include varied activity pins, merch, and exclusive patches and badges. And an invite possibly to be on the national team board and scholarship qualification, which is absolutely amazing. The Be a Friend Project Friend Up initiative can be incorporated into any Be a Friend Project club, school, class, or if you're a troop like a Girl Scout, if you do it through there. So it's basically just a way to incorporate it into anything. So if you do have a Be a Friend Project club, which we will be talking about next, you can have this in there, and it's like more for the individual people. Let's see. So if a group of friends and students achieve a pin together, such as gathering 500 letters, starting a Be a Friend Project club, or holding a fundraiser, each registered kindness player in the group gets an incentive. Players can earn the same pin badge multiple times. Every time it is achieved, multiple pins could be earned at one event. So this is where we're going to start breaking it down. I'm going to try to zoom in, make it, oh, no, go back. Please go back. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. There we go. So first thing you're going to do, register online. You sign a pledge, you receive lanyard for the pins with a badge as an FUI kindness player. You receive kindness player pin and exclusive KP wristband. A parent and guardian must sign the media release as well. Discount on Be a Friend Project store gear, which we are developing that, which is amazing. You receive bag of the Friend Up pins for random giving to kids in need of support, like your friend strong, stay strong, your voice matters, you matter. And then here are the Friend Up incentives can be achieved in any order. So these are how you can achieve them. If you guys have any questions, like please stop me, yell at me, raise your hand. Aidan will make sure and keep it moderating. So basically send a season of friend mail to every recipient. You get an empathy champion pin. You get a new one every season. You can also inspire letters from your peers, 50 letters sent in the season, first words matter pin, 100 letters sent, second words matter pin, 500 third words matter pin, and merch, exclusive 1,000 letter gain, 1,000 letters pin plus exclusive patch. And here are more ways. Hold a community event, party, such as a table at a fair, you get a community pin and merch. Hold monthly friend mail letter writing parties for one season, friend strong pin, badge, and merch. Register 3 friends who must achieve their second pin, recruiter pin. Hold a fundraising event for Be a Friend Project Club, fundraiser pin, and merch. Does anyone have any questions or any ideas so far?
I just wanted to say that I think that for me this should the point of this is to motivate you to want to do it. Obviously, like it's nice just to be doing it out of like the kindness of your heart, but this is just like a fun way to motivate you. But also, for those of you that have the Be a Friend Project clubs already or some kind of like anti-bullying club, maybe use these as ideas for club activities. We're gonna get more into that later, but it's a great way to get your club members more motivated as well. That's kind of the goal with this whole program.
Yeah. So I see that, Sam, you said that's a lot of pins. Do you think that's a bad idea, perhaps, or like too much? Do you have a better or like a suggestion on how to improve the pin like sort of system?
I think the
No, I think it's cool. I was just saying that's like I wasn't counting, but that's like 10 pins or something, right? That's
Yeah,
10
there's still more on the other side.
Oh God.
I'm showing you guys now. Don't you guys can kind of read through it. I'm not great at like reading and talking, so I really apologize. But yeah, just like Daniel said, this is a big way just to really motivate you personally. And if you have the Be a Friend Project Club, motivate everybody. Maybe get people, I mean, everyone loves a great pin and badge and merch. So I feel like it's really just a great way to kind of get everyone else involved more, as a lot of us do this out of the kindness of our hearts. But it's also just a really great way just to kind of motivate everyone.
So I'm looking in the chat.
Yeah.
Sam wrote about like the Scouts band, and that's how I was like visioning this. Because when you think of a pin, like I feel like it wouldn't be something that you like wear like, oh, I'm gonna wear my donor pin just for the fun of it on my shirt. It would be more of like just the idea of like if you're in like Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, like collecting like the badges and like seeing them all laid out. So I mean, like, would you guys think that like a Scouts kind of band would be like a good idea, or like I like this idea of like sending pictures of just documenting it, maybe on social media.
Yeah, I also just want to circle back to what Erin was saying about the documentation of events / parties, or things events hosted for the Be a Friend project. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good way to, maybe there should be a place to submit those sorts of things, or put it on social media with a certain hashtag so that it's easily like retrieved by anybody a part of the Be a Friend project, to just sort of prove that you're taking the actual steps, just so that you're not like saying, oh yeah, I did this, give me the badge, just so that you can get some sort of status. I think that's a good idea, just so that it's also more genuine. People are able to document their efforts. So yeah, Erin, I think that's a really good idea. Brielle seems to agree. And
so I see that there's something about like putting the pins on a bag. Do you think we should like supply Be a Friend project bag maybe, like or that might be a lot of money, but
I think the pins is where we are focusing on, or as for things we give out, but I could see a part of the merch, like for the benchmark for the 500 letters sent. I could see maybe a bag or something like being included, like a cinch sack or something like that, to keep your pins on. So, or tote bags. I also, Erin, I see that you said tote bags. That is a good idea, because those are really simple. Like you could, they're easily reused. They're great reusable and bags, and they also you could get printed onto bags logos, so we could easily put the Be a Friend project logo on a bag like that. That drawstring bag,
would that be something that they get when they register, just so they have a little like a base when they register to put all the pins on as they progress through the Friend Up initiative?
I think that's a really good idea. I just want to highlight, Aidan, you can keep talking, but I just wanted to highlight something.
Sure.
Let's see.
So Brielle, you said that you think getting a bag on a like when you register would be a good idea. Okay.
Yes, I would
Um,
say right when you get it, we could like send it somehow, and then you can have that. So when you receive those pins, you could just place them on, and like it could be like a huge thing.
Yeah, that's great. So it's like sort of like your first step into like being like initiated into this process. So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So then it's the thing, whenever you get a pin, you add on. Oh yeah, I like that, Erin. So you can add on to your bag, like you can customize your bag to have all of your achievements on it. And
So I think
just to incentivize the kind acts that we are trying to promote here. A poster we give to them to start also. The poster could have like a visualized thing that they could fill the farther they progress. Sam, I think that's a good idea, but I also think that we don't want to give too much right away at the beginning because we want to have stuff that's like stretch goals. If anybody has ideas for more stretch goal items, like to flesh out how that would work, that would be great. I think it's a good idea, Sam, but maybe perhaps having that down the road as opposed to having that at the beginning would be a good way to approach that.
Yeah. So I want everyone to look at my screen. Can you guys see what I circled here? So basically, so when you sign up, after you sign the pledge, you receive a lanyard for the pins, with badge. So like, you know how we all have like our super ambassador, like lanyards, it would kind of be something like that. But I definitely think with all the different pins there are, I think the bag idea honestly is a lot, lot better. Just so we have like that extra space as well.
Yeah, just I don't mean to interrupt, but Brad had a really good idea. He says maybe start with the lanyard for pins. As they gain more or reach a certain milestone, they can earn a better place to put the pins. So perhaps the bag comes down the road as a part of the merchandise milestone.
Yeah.
Just so that that would motivate people more. And I like that. I think that's what Jennifer sort of saw for this plan. So what do you guys think about that? Like having the bag be later on, but you start with the lanyard for your pins, and then as you get more pins, then you switch to the bag. How does everybody feel about that?
I think that's great. And it just, again, like shows that you're progressing. It motivates you even more. So that's the goal.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, everybody, for your input.
We have that.
So just so everyone sees this here, this is like more of that's kind of more about like the more different types of pins. And then here, when you earn 10 pins, become be from Project Super Ambassador and earn an Empathy Warrior patch. When you earn 20 pins, that's patches, receive Upstander Challenge coin and social media interview. Then when you earn 30 pins, invite to the National Teen Board. Younger than teen kids can have the apprentice status, scholarship qualification, exclusive hoodie. Then 100 pin patch earners something huge. And then what do we think the something huge? Like, do you guys want to discuss that? Like, what kind of ideas maybe do we have for something really huge?
Yeah, so just put your ideas down in the chat and we'll just go in order.
No idea.
I don't know how long 100 takes. Well, I don't know how, I guess that would be more, well, it seems like it would be something big because of the fact that it does take a longer amount of time because so first 50 letters is one pin, then 100 letters is another pin, then 500 is another pin. That would only be 3 from letter sending, and that does take a longer amount of time the farther in you get to the letter sending stretch goals. So
Well, Brielle said a gift card, and that was like my initial thought too. But then I'm trying to compare, and I'm like, well, is like a scholarship lower than like a gift card? Like if we're like talking about building,
True. A special medal or ribbon. I like the medal idea.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that is, that's prestigious and like
Like
when,
a trophy.
yeah, it's really something to be proud of. Um,
what about
get to go to the Be a Friend Project HQ. Perhaps it could be awarded, that medal could be awarded by Jennifer. I know that may be difficult with people's distances because this is all over the nation. So having people travel, maybe we could find another way. What about money? Well, I think with the scholarship, I believe if you're
Right, that is money.
the scholarship sort of does is that. Thank you though for that input.
I'm thinking like what's like a cheapish like electronic, like maybe like an Echo Dot or something. You know what I mean? Like something that's like I don't know, but what do teenagers get that's like not like a phone or like something crazy expensive, but like
I don't even know.
like an Apple Pencil. I don't, but you don't get
well, not everybody uses Apple, but
I like the Echo Dot idea.
or like the Amazon Fire.
I would never use an Amazon Fire if I got it. I don't think, but I like.
Yeah.
I like the Echo Dot idea.
The Echo Dot's what again? Which one is that?
That's
Is
That
that like
the 100-pin patch earners.
and it's like the thing that's like the home, like, oh, turn on my lights. Turn on.
oh, right.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Maybe
I kind of like that idea as well. I'd rather not stay like too long and just like that type of idea, but I definitely think it's really good. The trophies, the medals,
I think the medal's a good idea, but sort of combining some ideas here. Brielle, you said not like AirPods, but wireless headphones. And Erin agrees. I think that's a good. I think we're onto something where it could be like a combination package, where it's a package with a medal that says like the achievement that you have reached, and then it could give. You could have wireless headphones, like over-the-ear headphones, because those are typically really nice to get. And we could do perhaps like a collection of things that we could expand upon if anybody wants to. Just so that you don't have to think about one thing, maybe it's easier to think about like a group of things that could all sort of be bundled together as opposed to one larger thing.
Yeah, really like that. Does anybody have any more ideas? Anything before we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, I think we'll finish off this subject with Sam's idea here. He said maybe a collection they could choose from. So perhaps we could have options. That is something we could also revisit.
Maybe. Sorry, I cut you off. Keep going.
No worries. I was just going to say that's something we could revisit when more people have had more time to think about what options would be nice to receive for making such an effort.
Yeah.
What I thought of when you said that, what are those called? Like you know what I'm talking about, where they have like the different gift baskets, and it'll be like, here's the beauty basket, here's the electronics basket.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Baskets available, and they choose the one that best suits their interest. What is that called? There's like a name for like that kind of event.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like a raffle
Type
like
of thing.
that, but there's like a name for like the event. I'll think of it later.
So Ella says you could customize to the specific person one of those like glass like placards, or which would be a really I like that idea, because those are it's nice when it's customized to the person, like having your name on it, having your achievement on it.
Yeah.
and they could be different for each person, ordered custom to whoever sort of achieves their goal. So yeah, that could also be like in the running for the one big item. Yeah, sure, Ella, if you'd like to expand on that idea, go right ahead.
Have like a small example. Okay, so you know like those like small trophies you see when you go into like businesses and stuff.
Yeah.
Picturing something like that.
Wow.
When I was younger, these are like super cool, and since we're kind of aiming to like all types of audiences, this is like something I like thought we could like suggest. Didn't know.
Yeah, I
So
think
it's
that's
really cool.
great.
I like
Yeah.
it. It's very like stylish, I think.
Yeah, I really like that. I think that's really cool, and it looks
Yeah,
very
it's very it's what's the word? Clean. It's very like it's nice. It's something that when you get it, it's like, oh, this is a really nice thing to receive.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, so I think we're okay to move on. Is that all right, guys? Everybody okay with that? If we move on. Oh, I gotta see.
Great. Fabulous.
All right, so now we're going to talk about the next thing. Who would be interested in a design competition, which can go on the merchandise for the upcoming Be a Friend Project merch? Do you guys think that would be something cool and interesting for everyone to go through? What do you guys think?
So to expand on that a little further, it would be I think we were like talking about maybe having like, like a professional graphic designer come up with like a few of the designs that would be like on a shirt, pajama pants, for instance, or like a jacket, or whatever. And we want it to be very clean, like a very like subtle way to still get like a message across. But then we were thinking of having one piece of merchandise be the winner of whatever contest this is, and you would come up with like, a graphic design on whatever.
Yeah, so just an idea where it's like something stylish, perhaps like designed by one of the many people who know of the Be a Friend project. So do you guys think just like a yay or nay, that'd be a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it wouldn't just be like among us. I think we can like, would that be something that we would like promote on like social media maybe, or like maybe like really open it up, or do you want to be more selective? What do you think, Ethan?
I think it would be a really good thing to put on social media, actually, almost like kind of like the lip sync competition, but with like a kind of different result. I think it could draw a lot of like attention and people to like a very different group of people, because there are a lot of people who are artistic and who would be really excited about that opportunity who may not already know about the Be a Friend project. So yeah, I think that's a exciting idea.
Yeah, all right. So it sounds like from what I'm reading here, it sounds like everybody seems to be pretty on board with getting a design competition rolling.
I love that. I really love that everyone was agreed to that, because I really thought that would be really good, and it would be a really good way because the teen board also is for teens, and like this is by us. This is our board, and we help other people like us. And I just think, if we especially have like, our own designs, it would be really cool for everybody else and everything around us. Next thing we're going to go over is rolling out the Be a Friend project clubs. So I know a couple of you already have kind of like your clubs. Here, let me do this. So this is just talking more about the clubs. So Be a Friend project clubs are only going to be in high school. Only high school clubs. Be a Friend project clubs can be dedicated, like Erin's Michigan Be a Friend Project Club, or incorporated, include existing anti-bullying, kindness, service clubs like Mika's Hand In Club and Daniel's Upstanders Club. Any BAF club members can register as individuals in the Friend Up, as we already talked about. The club or of its members does not have to participate in any of the Friends Up kindness initiative, but how fun to incorporate it. I feel like it would also, like we talked about, be a good way for motivation for everybody as well. The inaugural Be a Friend Project clubs will be officially named and launched during Anti-Bullying Month of October. That gives forming clubs a few weeks from the start of school to get established. So it will give you some of that time right after school starts for it. So help us fill in ideas of these developments and questions and ideas as we go over this as well. So please, everyone, feel free. So first is the registration, which includes choosing leadership in the clubs, receiving official club certificates and merch, discount at Be a Friend Project online store for all members. And let's just go over just anything else we're missing in that process.
Yeah, so just if anybody, if you can't think of anything, then I guess don't try to search for ideas, because we want to make it so that if you don't think there's something inherently like missing that would make it more complete, then we don't want to over complicate it, I guess.
Yeah, and if you guys think it's good, you can just give like a thumbs up, and then Aidan will tell me when it's okay to move on, because I can't really see you guys.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat, and I have everybody up, so yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So the 5 categories.
So for my clubs at school, we need a sorry to interrupt.
No.
Erin says we need a faculty advisor. Maybe we can have that teacher be in touch with Jennifer.
Yeah, definitely. That's kind of like really, because Jennifer is all of that, but you would definitely try to have the advisor, because I know all clubs need that, I'm pretty sure. So I would definitely have the advisor, have Jennifer's email and be in touch with Jennifer.
I will say personally with my club, and I don't know if this is at other schools too, my like advisor literally just gives me like his room to use in the morning, but he doesn't really participate at all in terms of like with the club. So I'm sure Jennifer would be happy to reach out to your teacher. But for me personally, I feel like that'd be something that I would be getting in touch with her for the calendar. Yeah, that's just me, like with my situation, and maybe a few others.
Okay.
So the 5 categories of activities for the Be a Friend Project clubs. So hold monthly open friend mail parties, or meetings to gather support for new friend mail recipients. So if you want to do it like, oh my god, I wish I was still in high school. If you want to do it like all cute, and you guys could do maybe like a movie thing, and like while you're writing letters, or like a snack party type thing while you're writing letters, where you got music going, and just making it such a positive environment to give the friend mail recipient all that love. That's also a really great idea. So the second thing is to create a calendar of acts of kindness days. So you don't want to make the club, boring. You want to, really make it involved, make it what this represents, what the Be a Friend Project represents, because, doing the same things repetitive is going to get tiring. And when you feel like especially if you have those days like on a calendar, coming up, people are going to get really excited, really just into it. So down here we have I'm gonna zoom in. Team board. Should these be a monthly or once a week type things, these acts of kindness days?
And you can just again take in the chat, and I'll try to take tally of what it seems like you guys are leaning towards.
Yeah, so monthly could be like an end of the month type thing, or once a week it could be like every Friday, or every to end the week, or every Monday to start the week. Whatever you guys.
All right. Brielle, Ella, and Ethan say weekly.
Mhm.
Sam says weekly. Brad says weekly.
Okay.
All right, so it looks like the majority is. Oh, Erin says I feel like it depends on the school. It's kind of hard for my school to do things like at a specific time because everyone is extremely busy. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Erin, I could see like I know in my school it would be hard to do a weekly thing, but maybe it would be good to make an effort that at the end of the week, maybe it's not always a large event, but it's something that everybody can participate in.
Yeah.
So just perhaps like a mindfulness day and just something small, like take
Or
10
every
minutes
other,
to do
you
like
know. Yeah.
something.
So the second thing is, can we now maybe choose the dates of, or just like a day of the week that you guys think would be like, preferable for these. So if you guys want to do like me like a Monday to start the week or a Friday that end the week. Like I know for my school, clubs really only met like once or twice a week. That was kind of for like how it was for us. But if you have your club and you meet more often or whatever, so if you guys want to decide, do you think it would be good to have it like on a Monday or these acts of kindness days or a Friday? Or if you're doing it every other week, just kind of whatever you guys think, type in the chat.
Question: if it is once a week, could it be your club meeting? Because for me personally, my club meets in the morning, and it's like 20 to 25 minutes. So it's like doesn't need. I mean, maybe it's best even like for Erin's case too, if it is like a shorter kind of thing and not like a huge like hour long like.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I think, Daniel, you bring up a good point. It should be on the day of the week that your club meets.
Mhm.
So what does everybody feel about that? Where we leave it sort of up to the club on when they participate? Because I know it's hard to find sort of the same time, and I know that these days are meant to be in unison nationally, but perhaps it could be like a week thing where like this week is like this event, and then like everybody tries to partake within that week.
Exactly. I like that idea.
Uh,
Much more flexible.
all right, sounds good. All right, Kimmie, we can move on.
All right. So we would kind of want to name these days or this week that we would try to do it. I really like the idea of maybe having it just like a once, like you try to do it like this week is kindness week or something like that. Because I know how hard it is to try to get everyone to meet just one day a week. And
However, on social media, we could promote it as in like, if we literally could post every day if there is a club that happens to be doing it on the Monday, one on the Wednesday, maybe like on this, like, I don't know, Kindness Tuesday, we're doing this, but it would be nice if it was like the same letter,
yeah, so like instead we can do like instead of like act of kindness like day of the week, we'll do like an act of kindness week and everyone tries to meet that week, right? Like to done. Okay.
All right,
So I
sounds
think
good.
that's like the best. And then we could do like, oh, where am I going? Sorry guys. We can do like a kindness week or what's that thing? Like whatever you guys think. If you guys want to maybe drop some names for this stuff in the chat that you come up with off the top of your head, that'd be really great and definitely great for the board and everyone moving forward in the project.
And if you can't come up with something now, but something hits you later on, feel free to just drop it in the chat and I can go back to it because I did notice we are running a little bit behind. So I just want to let you guys know that if there are people who have to leave exactly at 3:30, no worries. We will we won't end the meeting there. But if you have to leave at 3:30, No worries. But if you could stay perhaps past 3:30 or a little past 3:30
Yeah.
to just wrap up the subjects, and as we move a little more
Quicker.
efficiently through
Yeah.
them, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, so definitely I think for the Be a Friend Project clubs, and with having like the acts of kindness stuff, if people are more interested in doing that, and kind of rolling that out, we can most definitely do another meeting day, especially another time, just to strictly plan and add more stuff, because we would want to make a list of activities to do. And you also have any ideas, you can email or message Jennifer if you're thinking about this after this meeting. So these acts of kindness days only targeted to students in your school, or do you think members would like these activities to sometimes involve faculty and the community in the world at large? I think definitely if you are trying to establish these clubs and work on this, I feel like it's, in my opinion, I feel like you would want to try to do it like, for all the members and of the club, and maybe try to get your whole school involved with this. I don't know if everyone else feels differently, because I know how high school can be. So if you guys have any ideas with that, like maybe hang up a flyer or something, if you guys think that's a good idea, you can let me know. Let us know in the chat. But I feel like if you're promoting, like if it's kindness week and you're like gonna promote that, you guys can maybe hang up a flyer in the hall real quick just to post that up. Be like, hey guys, kindness week, and so you kind of promote it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, how does everybody feel about that sort of thing? And like going out and doing
Like
that with
making a
their,
community involved. Like
yeah.
yeah.
All right, sounds good. We got Erin, Brielle saying that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be really beneficial for engagement. Good idea.
Yeah.
Good point. It gets more people involved. I agree with that, Brett. Ella says, I think flyers are a great idea. Great. Ethan and Sam say agree. Great, fabulous.
Yep. And then these are just some examples of ideas for the peer mission kindness days. We have all those, you guys can read through them really quickly, but I'm just going to move on to the fundraising. So fundraising is essential for a nonprofit. It is very needed. So could we choose to calendar dates, one in fall, one in spring, to hold 2 other national fundraiser days? We do have one coming, I believe it's October 1st, which is great. It's just kickoff anti-bullying month. So
Can I get my thoughts on the exact days thing?
yeah.
I know for me, like bake sales are huge at my school. Like we have a lot of clubs, and what we do is every month, like every club signs up for like a day of the month, and like there ends up being like a bake sale after school every day, and like they literally, like, the kids are so hungry at the end of the day, they just like go to the bake sale. So it's a great fundraiser. However, because all the clubs are trying to get a spot, I find, at least for my school, it would be hard to pick one day exactly to do the fundraiser. And I can only imagine with other schools as well, with other events, it would be hard to find one day, at least through a school.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So like I said, with like since we're running a little bit over time,
Yeah.
like a lot of it, we can definitely come back to this for everyone.
Yeah, Erin brought up dances.
Yeah.
So like a bake sale added dance would be good for
Those are
fundraising.
really
Yeah,
good.
great.
Like homecoming weekend, stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
always really
So
good.
perhaps we could revisit it, and it would coincide with specific events at your schools.
Yes.
All right.
So if
Sounds
the
good.
school year starts and we have another quarterly meeting, I feel like that would be a really good idea. Plus, just to kind of plan out more of the Be a Friend Project clubs before.
Yeah, I think the fundraising subject is something we should definitely spend more time on next time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
social media takeovers with your clubs. I think we already talked about it happening during when your school does their act of kindness week or whatever day they choose that week. There can be a social media takeover. You can also always take pictures and send it to Jen or whoever, which we will talk about social media. And then just remember, get your role model on, get the younger grades involved. Maybe take a trip to like a elementary school, middle school, promote it, try to get other people involved, because we want to try to change the way the world is. We want to try to promote that empathy, promote those acts of kindness that can, maybe one day really stop bullying. And, if a lot of other people have, this stuff going on for them, it would definitely make the world a little better. So let's talk voting. So how do we all feel about having elected roles within the teen board? So basically with the elected roles, there would be like just different types of, how do we say it, like
sort of we put it in our planning meeting like officers or perhaps like specifications. So
certain jobs.
Yeah, so for example, we would have a like a treasurer perhaps, or something like that.
And this is different from like, this is like specifically for team board, because we know like Brielle's like the on-air ambassador for Be a Friend project, and we know that Erin we know that there was like the social media coordinator for Be a Friend project. These would be a little bit more specific to our particular group.
But we're still open to all ideas from you, EllaGrace and Brad. That's why we invited you.
Yeah. And it just to specify, just to make sure everybody's on the same page, this is not about leadership, as we are all meant to be equal here. It is more about having specific jobs be the responsibilities of different members who volunteer, and then everybody votes on whether or not they think that should be their job. It's pretty straightforward, I think.
Yeah. Did we lose a couple people? I think we did.
Yes, we did lose Erin and we lost Brielle, but
just so we can move on, just any ideas that you have, like a title, like specific titles, if you have any, just write them in the chat, I think.
Yeah, so we just have like communication officer, social media officer so far. So just kind of to organize the team board a little more and kind of get everybody really involved. And next thing, social media is a must, especially with a nonprofit organization. We definitely need more followers. So have you guys can follow us. I have actually our Facebook and our Instagram up here on the agenda. If you guys want to follow, make sure, tell your friends to follow. We need to make it more engaging.
Absolutely. And I also just say, like Jennifer told Kimmie, Daniel, and I, that anything you do on your social media is considered a gift to the Be a Friend project. If you promote on your platform, doesn't matter how big or small your platform is, as long as you're doing it, that is considered a gift that is greatly appreciated by the Be a Friend project, as it allows more traffic through our page, more people know about the cause. And Sam, I think that's a good idea for perhaps a connections officer, somebody who runs correspondence with people, perhaps gets in touch with people who are trying to reach out to us. That is a good idea.
But repost on your Instagram stories to follow what Aidan was saying. Repost on your Instagram stories, like our posts for Be a Friend project. And yeah, like I think we should definitely play like the TikTok game a lot. Like I think that's
so just like Aidan said, just having you guys here in general, it is such a gift to the project. It is a gift to us. EllaGrace, Brad, for you guys just to be here and attend this meeting today. It is a really big deal for us, and it's very amazing just to have everyone involved. Ethan, Sam, Daniel, Aidan, it's all me. It's all great for the project, and we all a little, just no matter how little it may seem, it is a really big deal. And another thing, I know a lot of us are mostly on it, TikTok. So we have a TikTok account, but we were thinking, and I just wanted to get an idea. Do you guys think maybe we should start engaging in TikTok a little more? You guys can say what you think about that. We're definitely going to be working on getting more social media.
And there is the sort of plan in the works for down the road to have a social media manager, somebody who's specialized in running social medias.
Yeah, like a professionally trained.
Yep.
With TikTok, what I've noticed, at least on my For You page, like people love kind acts. I see people complimenting random strangers, and people like saying like, if you need a hug, go and hug me. Like people really like buy into that stuff. And obviously like we still want to make it close to the business, but we always post on YouTube, like Brielle's on-air ambassador videos. We post
the braces, amazing packages.
Yeah, like the deliveries, and they're like always like very adorable. We can take those exact videos and put it on TikTok, and I feel like people would really like that. So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, just give us like a yay or nay if you guys think that would be a good idea to start doing. Perhaps community related TikTok videos that show that sort of embrace the mental that the Be a Friend project is all about. Thank you, Ella, for your input. Thank you so much. Definitely sounds good. Anybody else thinking? Oh, Sam says definitely.
Ethan says yes.
Great.
All right, I love that idea, and I think it would be really good, especially within the clubs, to kind of maybe can have like make a little TikTok video, we can post it, like it would just be like a really good way to get like everything involved.
Yeah, Brad, that's also a great point. It's something that other people can relate to without actually knowing who we are to begin with. It's a good introduction to us because it's something anyone can get behind, just being a kind person.
Yeah.
So yeah, really, really good input.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yes, thank you guys so much. And the last thing, teen board, the two members that are here, we have really bad communication in Discord. Discord is great. We like love the app and everything, and we just were talking about getting a new way of communication. And EllaGrace, Brad, if you have any other maybe ideas for a platform, I was just thinking a simple iMessage group chat.
Yeah, I think Discord works really well. Also, if we're thinking of like continuing this format, also sorry for cutting you off, but yeah, if we're thinking about like continuing this format of like bringing additional people in, Discord can also be a really good way to have a platform where we can be engaging with people on multiple different levels and just using like different roles so that certain channels are open to certain people. But I do also think it's very helpful to have just like a regular iMessage or WhatsApp if
yeah,
yeah, I think we
just
definitely
for like urgent or whatever.
Yeah, like you said, I think we need to have people who are more savvy with Discord. I know how to use Discord a bit, so I can do some sort of like cleaning up of our Discord server, but at the same time, I am not the most experienced. If anybody has more knowledge about that, that would be great to perhaps make it easier or more like more enticing to use. Now, Slack. I've not heard of Slack before. This was brought up by Brad, but it seems like Ella and
do you mind if I have on Discord real quick?
Have been more familiar with it. Yeah, I think we should look into Slack if you guys think it's a good idea, but it can have the same issues as Discord, it looks like.
Okay, sorry.
It's just, I think the problem is that there are some things that have slightly like more urgency, or we just want people to see quicker.
Yeah.
And I think for that, it would be helpful to have an iMessage group. And then if we, for any reason, we want to transfer to Slack, if we like that platform better, it is good for, again, engaging with like bigger groups, and like it has functions that are very helpful that iMessage doesn't have. But if the problem is like having not good or too slow communication, I don't necessarily think that's the answer, because people are gonna check it as
So,
often.
is my mic working now?
Yeah, your mic's working.
I could help with that on Discord. I understand not a lot of people get it, but if we wanted to, one of the days I could jump into the Discord, I guess, and I could help teach people how to do it. I use Discord
Yeah,
basically.
we could do like a
every day.
voice call, and then like you and I could hop on to try to maybe clean up the server a little bit, like
Yeah.
give more channels for different subjects.
I made a very rough server very quickly because I was trying to showcase it to Jennifer. I didn't add anything in yet because it's just kind of there.
Yeah.
I definitely would be willing to help set everything else up.
That would be great, actually, greatly appreciated. And I just want to bring something up to the board members who are still here. But I think it's easier to be in communication with people you get to know better, because then I guess it's less like awkward to just initiate conversation, because sometimes that's hard for people. So perhaps should we sort of plan on like a day where the board meets in person and like goes out to lunch and like just gets to know who they're working with, for all the people who are local to similar areas. I know not everybody would be able to partake in such a thing, but perhaps like just getting to know who we're working with is like an element that would make communicating on Discord much easier, because then we know who we're talking to.
I think that'd be great. I love that idea.
Yeah, I do too.
One thing that I do want to mention is like I really appreciate like organizing into the channels, and I think that those are great features for like a group like this, and like using Slack and all that. But I think the main concern here, which is why we might like the issue with communication might stem from the fact that though you guys might use Discord a lot, there might be a lot of people that aren't on it as much, which I can only imagine that if they don't use Discord, which is a pretty common communication form for a lot of people, I don't think they're going to be using things like Slack and all that, even though they are great for the channels and like professional talks. So we might need to do something a little bit more informal, like iMessage or even like Snapchat or Instagram, because in reality, we are a teen board, and that's where we're on usually.
I think Instagram and iMessage would be the most efficient, as like Snapchat's a little it's a little different because it's more image based, I believe. Like Instagram does have like messaging features, and it's also something that a lot of people are on, because that's the social media platform that we are trying to expand upon, because Jennifer does want to start having more reach on Instagram. So perhaps having an Instagram group chat and an iMessage group chat would be the best course of action next. So how do you guys feel about that sort of thing?
And I always see my iMessage notifications personally. Like I know that's usually.
Me too.
Yeah, Brad, I see. I understand without the context, it's probably not as easy to like give like insight. But yeah, thank you so much for participating.
Yeah, and if you have like any, should we do like a Google form to see like, would you rather do Instagram or iMessage? Or, I mean, we can literally just be like, send an email and be like, send back your phone number. We're gonna make a group chat, and once we have everyone's, we can make it. I have no problem doing that. One of the organizers can do it. Jennifer could do it.
Yeah.
So
I definitely think it's a good idea, and I'm glad that we all think there can be another option besides Discord for us. I'm sorry that my dog's here. She is mad that I was not giving her attention this whole entire time. So
I do think with the form idea, we should also have options, as in like for whatever reason, iMessage is not available to me or Instagram is not available to me, just so we know that like if there's like a number of people, then we will automatically just use the other platform.
Yeah, there could be like
and I think also you could probably like knock two birds out with one stone and also ask about anything regarding like if we actually do want to pursue like trying to like find a time to like meet up in person with the people who are around, or even do something like
Right, like asking who would be
visually if that's not
interested.
yeah.
Yeah, I could,
So too.
Kimmie could, or Daniel could create a Google form, because those are a really great way to like crowdsource.
I definitely think also with a Google form, we'll discuss the having the elected roles within the board.
Right. We could just have like a text input, like that just ask people any specific roles that you think, like a role, and then like a short description of what that role would be for. If you think there is a need for it, like what would it be?
Yeah, I know we have like the feedback after everyone, but I think maybe even just for in general, a form like in the future following meetings might be the best way to like gauge what people's thoughts are.
Great. And then that will also help for the next meeting, because then we know what to expand on. So I guess do you think that is everything, Kimmie?
I think that's everything. If you guys are interested in more planning out the Be a Friend project clubs and the Friend Up initiative that we are starting, you guys, if you want to just let Jennifer know, you can, let us know now. If you're more interested, EllaGrace, Brad, are you guys more interested in working and trying to plan it out? If so, you can let us know, and let Jennifer know. But I think definitely that needs, some more talking about and more work. I just didn't expect the topics to take so long. But that happens, and I love all the ideas, and EllaGrace, Brad, thank you for being such a great guest and really
Thank you so much, guys, for
bringing these ideas. We really appreciate
Thank you for inviting me.
No, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. We're so happy with you guys and everything that you guys have done. And we really appreciate it. And the board and the whole project really appreciates it. And I'm just really happy with how today went and with everyone. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank
guys.
All right. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and go give some acts of kindness.
Yeah.
Bye.
All
Bye,
right.
folks.
Bye, guys. Stop recording.